Hey guys, welcome to Run It Back and Let's Run It Back. California. We're here again. They got a new thing they done came up with for the Amber Alerts. They taking Amber, they putting Amber safe. Like Amber got saved. Like, hey guys, welcome to Run It Back and Let's Run It Back. Man, Cali. We're here again. California has come up with a new one. You know, they want to ditch the Amber Alert, Ebony Alert, and already there's whistleblowers. There's people, of course, coming out against it, and then you have the policymakers with the great ideas that's sitting back saying, "No, this will make us realize we need to galvanize our resources like this. We need to police like this." Man, look here, man. Let's first take a look at what's going on with this.
This morning, a new alert in California to help track down missing children.
Our Ebonies, young girls, are just as important as our Ambers.
A new law signed by the governor creates Ebony Alerts. Similar to Amber Alerts, Ebony Alerts are aimed at getting the same resources dedicated to finding missing Black children and Black young adults as are dedicated to other missing persons cases.
Many of African American girls go missing, and they're listed as runaways versus being abducted.
And that, advocates say, results in fewer resources for those cases. Data shows young Black people make up nearly 40% of reported missing persons in the U.S.
It's easy to take Black girls. No one cares. No one's going to say anything. We have to do a lot more. A lot of our young girls, when they go missing, they end up being sex trafficked.
But some police departments are pushing back, insisting they don't discriminate.
Race and ethnicity do not play a factor in how we deploy resources or what our response is.
Ebony Alerts will be issued in California beginning next year. They will use road signs and also electronic notifications.
They said they're going to use like special alerts, and it's going to roll out next year, and they're going to use special alerts and stuff like that. Man, them guys, man, can you imagine the jokes of some of them and them a-holes, man, up in them departments that they going to have when them alerts go off? Like, what are they going to use? Little baby going to start playing when the alert go off? Man, come on, man. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be stupid, man. Stupid. No. And another thing, like the guy, I don't know where he was in the, he was a policy. I don't know if he was a policymaker or whatever, but the guy in the suit that was talking about the policy, right? He apparently he was one of the advocates for the bill or whatever, but he was saying that too many of the minority, the missing children are classified as runaways, but Amber Alerts. Okay, is he saying that when you try to get the Amber Alert, because that's a different issue, if that's like you can't get an Amber Alert issue? Because I remember once before I went through a process of like the possibility of somebody needing to have an Amber Alert done, and it's like this whole process that classifies what warrants an Amber Alert, right? So you have to qualify. So I would get that type of argument, but that doesn't have anything to do with Ebony, nothing. That's just an argument of, hey, these certain situations, they shouldn't be runaways, y'all should issue an Amber Alert. That's a different issue. So he's not arguing that. Therefore he has to be saying that too many of them are classified. But isn't that after the fact? Isn't that after the Amber Alert even matters? Because what an Amber Alert is for is the initial response of law enforcement to, hey, this just happened, be on the lookout of this, and you can catch it within that first 24 hours. Like, it's possible the Amber Alert will detour the person or will get them caught. by a passerby. Amber alerts are good for that, right? So what they're classified, that's a departmental issue. That's something that goes on with the department later on after the fact. How long they say, okay, we're going to classify this as a missing persons. But still, that's after the fact. That's after the Amber Alert. I agree with the one officer when he said race plays no part in the way we look at certain things. That's going to differ from department to department, county to county, state to state. Like, no one department is the same. Sometimes you have these policies that are really broad based or whatever, or that are more frequent in a certain area. But like, even in Georgia, like, I went to some places where the policing is totally different than like the neighboring county, like totally different. The policy, who that department is ran by, the chief, it starts at the top on down. Like, you really never know. But there is a such thing as systemic racism, where you have a certain culture that exists within departments, within certain mindsets of certain people that wear a uniform, any uniform, but especially in that uniform. And it's dangerous when you add the capabilities of having a gun, right? So, but let's go with this. Like, even though I agree with the officer, that's why some departments are gonna be like, Ebony Alert, man, what is this? Like, what type of buffoonery? And then some people might be like, yeah, y'all don't even be studying this stuff. But I think whoever like spearheaded this policy, I think that area or the departments that they were most familiar with was experiencing those type of issues. But to make something an Ebony Alert, that's like, let's change the name. Let's change the name of the diagnosis of a particular cancer, right? Say bladder cancer. Let's change the way we say it. Let's change the name. And is that going to change the pathology of the way bladder cancer progresses, the way bladder cancer attacks the body? Is it? Like, and that's what this seems like it is. Like, if you change it to a different name, Ebony instead of Amber. Ebony is not even a name. Amber is a name. Amber is based off a name. Like, if you change it to Ebony, and then this miraculously will change the way what they're trying to create is a way to automatically draw a line in the sand and have departments like battle it out over resources, because they're gonna be like, Amber Alert just came through. Oh, now y'all know how y'all did that Ebony Alert, man. We ain't this Ebony Alert just came through, man. We need such and such. We need the resources, such and such. So it's going to be a lot of, it seems like a bureaucrat move. It seems like, some moves that some desk pusher came up with, or like a policy that's not, to affect, to create the change, you're going to have to change the way a lot of perceptions and mentalities. You're gonna have to change a lot of things. I get the point of the Ebony Alert, because it's like, but you should already have that in you. If you're in law enforcement, you're a minority, you should already be fighting the fight. You should. This just, to me, it marginalizes the black girls, the black men, children, young adults and children. It puts them in a certain, it's like the whole Walmart debate of, no, we don't want a black book section in Walmart. We wanted to go in the regular book section. And you had those ones that was like, no, we need this. So it'll cut through the chase. People can come in and be like, I know, I just want a black author. So they go right to it and get it. So you're going to always have like pros and cons, and you're going to always have a debate. But I want to address this when it comes to Cali. Like, Cali, come on, man. California has been a habitual offender. Look at the Ebonics thing when they came out with Ebonics. it created a whole nationwide debate. And this is going to create the same. Let me point out like something definitely dealing with the kids. Remember the story I covered, the missing kids in Cleveland, all the missing kids, and the sheriff was like, man, what missing kids? Where are all these kids? The tragedy you did not know about, right? And it made sense to be like, where are all these kids? You know, I didn't be like, where are all these Ebony kids? And because it's a mix up of kids, like it's always a lot of kids, right? Okay, we got this guy, the first comment, how the hell can you have that many kids go missing and no Amber Alert? Would the Ebony Alert have made any difference in the outcome of this, in the sheriff's mind, how the sheriff behaved and conducted himself? Because the sheriff was like, I don't know about any missing. I think they're runaways. So the guy did have a point as far as like the systemic leaning towards they're runaways, they're on drugs, they're for minority children. Like I definitely get that point, and I definitely agree with that, you know, but that needs to be addressed. And I don't know if an Ebony Alert is the way to address that particular issue. What do you guys think? Like, is that gonna make any difference that the call went out as an Ebony Alert? It may be one of those backdoor policies, though. I didn't think about that. And what I mean by a backdoor policy, like, could it, like, if you fail to react a certain way a certain amount of times on an Ebony Alert, maybe they can get some kind of federal, like maybe some federal pressure or something can be done to escalate things out of the hands of the local law enforcement. I don't know, or the local municipalities. I don't know. That backdoor policy, didn't think about that. Yeah, I mean, Cali has, I mean, they've been here before. Are they political clout chasers? Like, do they just do this to create a national debate like the Ebonics? Like, who's coming up with this? Let's look at something when I remember when the Ebonics debate. This is the whole Ebonics debate.
Nobody is saying we want to change English, we want to teach Black English. Nobody's saying that. Confirming its goal to teach standard American English.
Second, fund a longer school day and school year to support education. We recognize the children who come to us, many of the children who come to us have language systems that are not consistent with standard English. Teachers need to be aware of those systems, and they must have tools to move the students from those systems to standard English.
Must one senator have to smoke marijuana to be able to relate to teenage drug addiction? Should they smoke marijuana in order to teach them a better way? Definitely not. And the same is true with language. I am aware that the issue.
Okay, I really like his argument. The last gentleman, I like his argument. Does a senator have to smoke marijuana to know the effects of drug? Like, I really like that, because it's the whole like premise of the Ebonics teaching. Like, hey, here's Crenshaw's language. Here's this place. Here's that place. Here's this place. Man, I don't even know. And sometimes, man, you can go to like Baltimore. You go to different places. I don't even know, even within your own state, they talk different. Like, I don't even know all the slang or especially different regions. Like, man, I've seen every race have a language barrier that way, you know. Like Spanish speaking communities, I've seen them like, oh, nah, they speak Spanish different. They speak this way. Like, no, I mean, there's just one right way to teach English. And with this whole Ebony Alert, I see it being worse for Black kids. At least some Amber Alerts when they went out, some things may be left in the like maybe lost in the details. Like it just may be like seeing that Amber Alert, seeing the type of truck, the type of this. Cops can be like dogs. Like if a dog see you running, sometimes a dog won't even chase, but if he see you running, he might be like, man, I'm gonna get him. Da-da. Like so, cops can be like that. They can be like, oh, white pickup truck. Ooh. See the white pickup truck, get on it. Like they can be like that or whatever. But the Ebony Alert, man, if you really are racist or you really are, it's a really quick and efficient and easy way for you to identify when it's time to go to Dunkin' Donuts, when it's time to go on break. Like if you own that, you're gonna be able to be like, man, that's an Ebony Alert, man. I ain't standing that, man. I ain't standing that. Man, go over here by this one spot. Like, yeah, it's a way for a lot of people to turn a blind eye really, really fast and efficiently. So, I don't like the idea of this Ebony Alert. I don't like the idea of not changing the people and the policies and changing the name of things, because I think just changing the name of things just don't change anything. And if it's about a way to release more resources when that goes out, I think more resources that can be lobbied a different way. As far as like the more resources going out or whatever, that's another fight that can be fought without changing the name of something, where you need to get people mobilized and looking for these cars or looking for these alerts. Because just think about it. How can this not make racism more systematic? Because now, because the Amber Alert is just not for law enforcement, it's for the public. Is for, because don't you get it on your phone? Everyone gets it. So it's so you could say, oh, and you might be the person who spots what they're looking for. So it's a way for racism to be more systematic across the board, from the public to the law enforcement, because now you can see the Amber Alert and you could be like, oh, this is an Ebony Amber Alert, man. Let me hurry up, man. You know how you just turn the phone off or just get that Ebony Alert or get that Amber Alert off the screen real fast, like. But yeah, it's gonna be, to me, it could make it more systematic. So like, and yeah, that's what I think. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think of the Ebony Alert? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? I want to see a lot of comments that says either good or bad. And if you want to come on, if you from Cali, you be like, man, come on, man, Georgia got messed. I know Georgia got messed up policy, but if you want to come on, you want to debate, you want to go on because I think I'm going to have a debate about this. I got some people together. So if you possibly want to come on, if you want to add your comment, then do so. But I want to know, yes or no, is it good or bad? And what do you think about this whole Ebony Alert? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And that's Run It Back. And we out.